Boy, Frostbyte, back at it again with another video. Hold on, I gotta move this around because of... Okay. Sorry, this is a Dr. Pepper, but I'm not sponsored, so I'm not allowed to show, I think, what's it called, logos? But good morning, Internet, and welcome to the stream. I know, it's been a while. I've been gone. I have been doing a couple of things. Anything for the YouTube channel? None whatsoever, but that's all right. Yo, what's up, Spurs? What's up, the Dirt Salesman? What's up, Dapper Prism? Guys, who's back? Back again. Frostbite's back. Tell a friend. I'm kidding. But how y'all doing today? I would just like to let you guys know that I have not slept yet. Well, I mean, I did yesterday at like 10 p.m. and I woke up at 12. So I got my 2 hours of minimum sleep. Where my game? Being made. I'm about to finish the Coliseum, the actual arena. I'm actually still making it. Once I have that down, I will make a devlog and I will put it on YouTube. But, so, I would just like to say, I went down the Facebook rabbit hole of butt fuckery, right? And you guys might think, oh, well, Frostbite, what did you guys see? What did you see? I saw conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory, and I think I understand the mind of the conspiracy theorist. Okay, I think I understand it. We're gonna do now. This is just a theory, a conspiracy theory on conspiracy theorists. I don't think they're real. They can't be. They can't be with how fucking stupid some of them are. Oh my god. Now, I'm not like a scientist or anything. I'm not the smartest man in the world. I'm also not the dumbest man in the world. I think that category of stupid is only delegated for conspiracy theorists. Now, are they wrong for thinking that, there is something bigger and deeper about the world? Yeah, they can completely think that and, do as they wish with that information. But it just seems they want to be scientists so bad, but they don't like logic. What are you talking about? For example, today I heard a lady talking about how she thinks the Roman concrete caused 5G to go into a satellite that she is calling the cloud to go into a thing that she calls the biometrics, which, you know how we have like bacteria on our body? She thinks that bacteria is just air. And that air is like 5 foot long, right? And it moves with your body. She thinks it is a part of you at that point. And she thinks that can conduct enough electricity to then go into your brain to give you an ad so you can lock the fuck in with your radio station and they can be like, do you want to break from the ads? Right? She thinks that's what's happening, and that with like, what's it called? What is that thing called? Hello everybody. Welcome. And she thinks that is what is causing everything wrong with the world, I would assume, right? She believes that is tapping into your brain, going back to ChatGPT in a satellite, and then giving you a Spotify ad in your fucking brain. I don't think I've ever heard... Well, no, I lied. I think I have heard something dumber. But when I say this lady on Facebook was probably the dumbest person I've ever met, I am lying. I have met dumber. But she is dumb, okay? Because she's like, well, I've worked in that field. Obviously you haven't, because you don't understand. And even if you have worked in that field, that doesn't automatically make you an expert in said field. For example, I work with computers. It doesn't mean I'm an expert on how they made it back in 1943, okay? Obviously, I don't even think they made computers back in... Well, no, they probably did. I think it started in 1920 because they were initially starting up it was a room size. But I don't know everything about it. I don't even... I couldn't even tell you that. What's up, Barp? What's up, the Siren? What's up, Spurs? How's everybody doing today? Jesus still loves me. Cool. I'm glad that that someone out there... I'm glad that Jesus is loving me. But for the love of God... Oh my, wait, how stupid can you be? Okay, first off, she thinks, Jesus loves me, thanks, Killy Billy. You forgot to wear your foil. Oh, my bad, G. Hold on. I need to put my foil on. This will be my foil for now. We're going to let the 5G flow through me, right? So, if you guys did not know, 5G is just an amount of hertz. It is basically information getting flown through the air wirelessly through this thing called a hertz. What is that? It's a wave of information moving faster. It's just moving at 5,000 waves a second. So in a singular second, a wave can move a certain amount. The longer the wave is, I think the louder it is or something like that. We can hear a certain amount, right? We have a range at which we can hear. 5G is way higher than that. In fact, I think the lower it is, the more dangerous it can be because it's moving at a lower speed, so it's not able to phase through things. A wave is really complicated, really weird, something that I'm not going to explain here, just because I'm probably going to say it wrong. Anyway, she thinks that wave is electricity. It's not. It's just information being told through vibrations. Like you're vibrating the air in a certain way. Fun. Please explain it. Finally, someone on point. Exactly. But I would explain it. I can't explain it well enough for you guys, for me to. I don't want to be spreading misinformation like the other people on the internet are, right? So that's just how sine waves work. Okay, a wave isn't technically electricity. It's just a vibration going to you and then getting processed. It's not technically electricity, right? But it is giving information. It's a really complicated process that is basically vibrations and like two vibrations that are linking up basically, and then that vibration goes into the computer and then it's processed. It's turned into ones and zeros through the actual wave itself, depending on how fast it's moving. Mind you, it is a rock in there that's just doing this number. That's why your phone can vibrate. It's doing basically the same thing, right? But she thinks that your bio like thing. So on your person at any given time, your body has this thing called a microbiology. It's basically a bunch of germs, good and bad, that just happen to be on your body at all time. I think you have more on you than there are humans on planet Earth, right? I think it's like hundreds of billions of tiny little creatures, right? And in that, it goes all throughout your body, right? It's everywhere. It's going to be on you perpetually. And you know what? It is not the fucking air. It is not this right here. You don't have 5 inches of you don't have 5 inches. If you did, you'd be like 10 feet taller and you would look weird, okay? That is not how that works. It is not the air around you. It is on you. It's physically touching you. I'm just killed like thousands of them right there. Just caused them to have a Pompeii event, right? But that is it's not the air. That's all I'm saying, is it's not the air, nor does it affect you specifically, depending on the actual thing, right? It is not conducting electricity and then sending it down. Like if I'm touching my arm, I'm not touching, I mean, I am, but I'm not, it's not the microbiology that's sending the fucking signal through my body. It's me touching my actual fucking body because I'm fucking huge comparatively. If I want to touch my body, oh my God, I sent a signal through this thing called a neuron, right? And a vein, and I can't, not a vein, what's it called? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out I can't remember exactly what the thing is called. Nervous system. You have a nervous system. Basically, same thing that's in your head, but it's outside, and it's for one function to detect whether you're touching something or not. The more extreme the touch, the more it sends signals. The more it sends signals, the more it feels like you're in pain, which is a good thing. You want to be able to feel pain. If you can't feel pain, that's neurologically really bad for you. And also just physically, just everything about it. It's just really bad for you if you're not able to feel pain. It becomes a disability at that point. And honestly, I think probably ADHD is probably like an evolution at next. It's probably like the next thing. But either way, regardless of what I think, this lady doesn't understand that. She thinks it's like air that's like out this way, and if the vibrations that come from a satellite to your phone, she thinks those vibrations cause it to touch your nervous system, which then sends electricity, which she thinks, I'm saying this is what she thinks, she thinks it sends electricity to your brain to give you a Spotify ad. What are you talking about? Also, what's up, Geometrics? How you doing? But she doesn't understand that. That's not how that works. Microorganisms don't just do that. Now, can that go down and infect you? Yes, but generally, they're parasitic. That's not good for you, right? 90% of the germs that are on, I think it's like 99.9% of the germs that are on your body are good. There's like 0.1 something that are bad, because it's better to just be symbiotic than parasitic, generally. Do parasites exist? Yes, because it's just how, like, eventually something is going to hunt something else. It's just life. Life will eventually find a way to kill itself, right? But that's besides the point. Anyway, that she thinks because there's a vibration, because she thinks it's electricity going in, she thinks it's sending a signal to your brain to then send back so it can be like, he's thinking about Bigfoot. Time to send him on Facebook. Bigfoot real! Bah! Right? And then just shatter your brainscape with a Bigfoot ad, right? So no. There's an easier way to do this. It's called just post shit on the internet, get it viral, you think about it, right? If more and more people are watching it, you will eventually think about it. Or in some way, shape, or form, good bro, can't get sleep. I need to break and relax my body. Yo, what's up, Death Note? Also, yeah, I have not slept yet. If you guys can see the bags under my eyes. But you guys probably can't because like the lighting is weird, but I got several bags under my house. Also, thank you everybody for likes. I really appreciate that. But yes, fuck that. I'm tired of hearing these things from people when they don't know what the thing is. And so they just automatically throw in the towel and just start spouting bullshit. They try and look at the government and they're just like, oh my God, did that rock move 2 centimeters? I know how to explain this. The moon must be fake. No, just shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You cannot be that. I'm gonna take my little hat off, right? What are you talking about? You are dumber than a box of fucking potatoes. And even then, that has a little more electrical signal than what's going on in your fucking brain. If you think that rock moving 2 centimeters to the right is because the moon is fake. The moon isn't fake, guys. And nor is the moon landing. In fact, it's harder to fake the moon landing than it is to just go to the fucking moon. Don't believe me? Do it yourself. Right now, fake a moon landing. Yeah, when it took about as much as a calculator to get us from Earth, like just barely above a calculator to get us from Earth to the rock on the moon, right? I guess you could do it better now, but imagine this. I take away your computer, your AI schlop. I take away all the good things that we have today and give you something from 1950s, 1940s, 1960s maybe, right? And I tell you, hey, go to the moon. Or fake it, whichever one you could do first. Yeah, here's the thing. You didn't have the type of cameras that you could do to use that. You didn't have all this this photo editing. You couldn't go in. You had to film everything physically. So if something wasn't moving and it was stiff, you had to make it stiff. If you needed, I don't know, no wind, you'd have to go somewhere without wind, right? Again, all of the things that it would have taken to fake the moon landing is harder to make than a really big explosive that just sends you off the planet and makes you fall on to the moon. I don't know how to, I don't know why people still think it's fake. What the hell are you guys talking about? Another thing I would like to say, people who think dinosaur bones aren't real, you can go fuck yourselves. Because you are actively missing out on some of the shit that you would think is fake. Honestly, I don't blame people for thinking dinosaur bones are fake, although they are real, and they are way more fun than thinking they're not. Whip it. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nene. Okay, now watch me whip. Whip. Watch me nene. Okay, right? But I'm tired of people thinking, oh my god, dinosaur bones can't be real. They're a government conspiracy. What the fuck are they covering up? Tell me what the dinosaur bones are covering up. Dragons? Dinosaurs are way cooler than dragons, and I'm going to stand by that 100%. Whip it out and helicopter it? That's wild. Great points. Exactly. My great points are, what the fuck are they covering up? If dinosaurs are not real, then what the fuck are they covering up? Oh, it's dragons. Just look at the cartilage on the back. Where the fuck would that fit? Secondly, why would they have normal bones? If it's a dragon, right, and we know things of larger size can't get off the fucking ground, right? You think a lizard that walks on two legs is less feasible than a giant 200-foot lizard with normal ass bones. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? That's like saying, okay, what's more real? A purple human being with a nose that magically glows, or Jeff Bezos? Obviously, it's the guy with the purple fucking nose. That's like saying, oh my god, they're covering up dragons. They have to be. Because just look at them. They evolved into birds, right? Yes. They technically did have, well, I mean, some of them did have wings. That's why they fucking flew. Well, some of them flew. Not every single dinosaur that flew was, not everything that flew in the sky was a dinosaur, but not all okay, there were certain dinosaurs that could fly, but not all dinosaurs flew. Dinosaurs did become birds. That's just fact. That's just very easily provable. Did all dinosaurs become that? No. Where did the dinosaurs come from? They came from this thing called, I think, I don't want to get the name wrong, but basically, it looked like a saber tooth, but a lizard. But basically, I don't know. I don't remember the name, but the skull itself. So humans, we have these things. We have, I think, two, or no, we have one. When reptiles, I think reptiles and birds have two, right? Dinosuchus? No, it can't be that. Either way, we came from a descendant of both of those things. Do we know where mammals and reptiles came from? Yes, we do actually. We have the bones for said creature. And we actually have, I think, you can tell by the holes in the skull. I think humans only have, mammals only have one, while reptiles have two. And I think there was another one that didn't have any at all. You're wrong? What are you talking about? What's up, man? What about your game? Any updates? I do have some updates on the video game. So right now I'm working on the arena. I'm working on the physics for a zombie mosh pit. And yeah, I'm still working on it. I'll give you guys an update whenever it actually comes out. Akasha Sharma? Sharma? Is that how you say it? Which part am I wrong about? I would like you to tell me. I would like you to tell me. Obviously, I said I didn't know which name of the specific dinosaur. I know Dinosuchus. That was like a crocodilian, or yeah, it was like a crocodile. It's like one of the biggest crocodiles ever. It's not that. It's a. I'm not sure it even had Suchus, because Suchus, I'm pretty sure, is a indicator of it being a crocodilian. And not a crocodilioid. I think a crocodilioid was something that kind of, it had co-divergence. But which part am I wrong about, Ash? I'm just going to call you Ash, okay? What part of that was I wrong about? I just want you to tell me that now, Ash. Because so far, introspection is better than facts. You're going to have to explain this one to me. How? The fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. Introspection. I joined late, man. I don't care. We're not talking about anything that would have pertained to anything earlier. I'm talking about how some people don't believe dinosaurs are real. And that it's crazier to think that dragons existed, but not dinosaurs. A thing that we have bones for? Yes. Because a, 50, 60-foot creature was going to be able to open its wings, lift itself off the ground, and be able to fly and spit fire for no reason. Yeah. Dinosaurs did exist, I agree. Then what the fuck are you talking about? Nah, man, you're wrong. You're wrong. Whatever you're talking about, you're wrong. I'm explaining the dinosaurs are real and dragons aren't. Oh, I agree, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were talking about. I joined late. Let me sit my ass back down. I'm sorry. Like, bruh. No. I would rather punch somebody in the face. Dragons may have existed too. No, they could not. I am telling you that now for a fucking... No, they couldn't. I can tell you that now with 1,000% certainty. Because one, even if they could feasibly exist at that large a size, you could not find their bones. Because they wouldn't have lived at any given time that humans would have lived. Oh, yes. Here's the thing. Humans have discovered dinosaur bones before. You know what happened at those times? We thought witches existed still. Like, we were burning people at the stake for wanting to know how medicine works, right? So imagine they see a giant reptile, right? And they try and go, oh, what if it had wings? Man, you know what? You know what you know. But what you don't know, you don't know. Yes, and I know for 1,000% of a fact, dragons could not have existed. Because one, they would have had to have the lightest bones in history. In fact, it would have had to have been lighter than cartilage. They also would have had to have had in a large heart, which would have killed them. They would have to have been so goddamn large that they would not be able to cool themselves down. I can tell you that with 1,000% certainty. And on top of that, they would need to be able to land, which, by the way, if you have light bones, it makes them extremely brittle. You know, that's why your cartilage, it may not be able to break, but you've been able to move it. Here's the thing. Try and just fall down and catch yourself with your fucking ear. Yeah, imagine that's your entire body. Your arm would be super flexible. So if you fall down and you go out of the range of that flexibility because you're 2,000 fucking pounds, right? Your arm is going to snap regardless of what cartilage you have. Just press your hand against your ear, or hell, just pinch your fucking ear. That's way less amount. You know physics. You don't know metaphysics. Metaphysics isn't the fucking thing! What are you talking about? Metaphysics isn't the thing. Certain level of consciousness can provide with a certain level of physics. No, the fuck it can't! That has nothing to do with a dragon! Nothing! Oh yes, because if I'm smarter, I'm going to be able to levitate. No! That's not how that works. Your brain is working at 100% capacity until you damage it, and then it works at less and less and less because those cells are dead. You don't just work at, I'm at 30% capacity, guys. I just feel like he's 100%, guys. No, that's not how that works. It can be, dog. You tripping. No, the fuck it can't. You can't. There are things that just can't happen. That's why there are things that work and there are things that don't work. Those things that don't work are because they're either against physics or you fucking did it wrong. What are you talking about? Oh, yes. Listen. Listen to what? The fact that you don't understand how the real world works compared to your warped reality of what you think how it works. What are you talking about? Because one, I can tell you this now, just because you think gravity does not exist does not mean it does not exist. Explain consciousness with physics easily. Consciousness is okay. Here's the thing, consciousness is not really a thing. Frost with the sleeper build strength, yes sir, got that sleeper build. But here's the thing, consciousness is just a collection of electrons. Eventually, AI will probably be at a point where it learns just like humans do. We could probably make something that works like that. Obviously, we don't have it right now. But if you have electricity with 1,000 upon thousands of neurons all connected, there are these things called external factors. When an external factor comes into contact with your internal, if I touch something, right? I touch something, right? That sends an electrical signal up to my body telling me, hey, I'm touching that, so I can sense the world. That's going to be a bunch of neurons somewhere, right? If I want to be able to do complex math because I'm a smarter being, right? And math is something that we found. We didn't make it. We just put symbols to it. Feelings, emotions, perceptions. Feelings, again, are all things that help you evolve. A feeling, right? I feel mad because that guy punched the shit out of me last week. I punched him back. It's called revenge. It's an anger thing because something bad happened to you from something that could have been completely preventable, right? Fear is something that kind of evolved because we didn't want to keep dying over and over and over again. And life automatically, by virtue of being a thing that reproduces, wants to reproduce more because it's a chemical imbalance that just causes more and more of the same thing to happen. It's a repeating thing. And obviously, if it keeps repeating, it's going to want to keep repeating regardless of external factors. So it's going to evolve to stop that thing from happening. Emotions are just the complexities of how they happen. Happiness is literally just whenever everything's going our way. So we feel content. So we don't use more of energy than we have. We are at an age where we can expend said energy, which is why we have things like, I don't know, hyperness. You know what else we needed hyperness for? Fighting off animals. Same shit every time because you're fucking dumb. Remember you said you could lift 200 pounds over your shoulder? Explain the physics. How is that possible? Muscle fibers. Some people are born with more muscle fibers in their body than others, and it basically allows them to pull stuff up. That's why you have the difference between sleeper builds and why you have whenever somebody does this. For example, the muscle right here is a lot shorter than some of the muscles that other people have, and the longer and more compact a muscle is, the stronger you can be. These are all things you were told and you never questioned it. You just accepted it. No, because these are things you kind of just learn over time. It's not like here's the thing. How about this? Gravity. Ah, yes. What is gravity? Gravity is a thing that might potentially be a thing called a graviton, which is basically in quantum physics potentially little string. We're not sure what a graviton is because it kind of fucks with our conventionality of quantum physics, but then it goes into regular physics and it allows us to do stuff like this. Oh no! It fell down! I just tested whether gravity exists. I have a theory. If I throw this in the air, it will go, I don't know, up. It'll keep going up forever. Nope, it went down. Must be gravity. How is it gravity? Well, it's just a force that pulls it down. What's being pulled down? What's being pulled down? Technically, everything has gravity because everything's within space-time. Everything's within space-time, so everything has a gravity. The bigger the mass is, the more gravity it has. In fact, we have a calculable amount of gravity. It's 9.82 or some shit like that. That is gravity. And what makes sense to you? Same shit every time. And what makes sense to you? No. It's not what makes sense to you. It is what is objectively correct. That is why math gets harder and harder every year. Because the more complex the math gets, the harder we're able to comprehend it. Doesn't mean it's any less of a real equation that could be committed. Every equation has an answer. Will it have the same answer? That's debatable. Because quantum physics, and that has, I think, different answers because of quantum superposition, but that's also because they have a different set reality. We're not sure how we're going to unify it yet, but quantum physics and regular physics is a little different because you can have two things in the same place at once, when on larger things you can't really have that, and we're not sure why that exists. We're still coming up with theories for that, but it's completely explainable generally. My hand pulled down on my wiener and up to, damn, that's wild. Ginger, run, Ice going after you. Nah, Ice is good. Ice ain't after me, I'm good. I'm legal. But no, if you think your reality is just an objective thing, that would just mean anything that I perceive isn't real. This gravity, not real. It's totally not real, even though I'm being able to mess with it. That's why am I able to resist gravity by throwing things. Gravity is not strong. You know what is strong? The pull of atoms. And you know what keeps you together? The pull of the fucking atoms. Yes, because if I punch something really hard and it hurts my hand, that pain is totally fake. That pain isn't going through my hand right now, even though I put an overload onto my nervous system. Yes. Babies are fucking fake apparently, because to you, if I just think they don't exist, they don't exist. The internet can't possibly exist because, science, it's not real. Apparently it's not real. It can't be real, Shut the fuck up. It's real. Your warped sense of reality, if you think consciousness is connected to anything except for your emotion, then you're stupid. Because there are several levels of consciousness, and the consciousness is just how many neurons are in your fucking brain. How do you know if they're in your fucking brain? You're able to do shit. You're able to do more shit because you're able to put more and more neurons together, and those neurons are able to, I have to solve an equation. How do I know what an equation is? Well, we made up this thing called a symbol because we came up with this thing called communication that allows us to have culture. Culture is being able to pass down our lived experiences to other people, and that's how we've learned over time. That's why we got stronger. Our brains got bigger. And actually, it's kind of debatable. I don't know if Neanderthals had bigger brains. I'll have to recheck that. Obviously, don't fact check me there, but I'm pretty sure we have bigger brains than Neanderthals now, or at least more dense. I'm not sure. I know the density of your brain and the more wrinkles you have, basically the more neurons you have. But the density of your neurons determines how smart you are. And if you get too dense, you know what happens? You get stupider because it takes longer for it to get to each neuron, which makes you slower, which makes anything before that point where it's too dense smarter. That's why we hit a peak at what we can get, because you start to become slower than everybody else around you. Even though you could physically be smarter, it just takes you longer to get there. You're still not optimal. Right? There are these things called optimization. Your body, mutations kind of do that to you. That's why we have these things called disorders and mental disorders, and why certain people don't have certain things. For example, people with, ADHD are more prone to, not thinking the same way as someone who's just a psychopath, or like someone with Asperger's, or someone who just physically been impaled through the brain and somehow survived. There was a case about that where a guy got impaled straight through the brain, and there are certain sides of your brain that work with different parts of your emotional system. So there's one that's the logical, and there's one that's the emotional. And then I think the lower half is something else. I can't remember that. I think that's somewhere in your sleeping zone or some shit like that. But I'd have to go back on that. I'm not a neurologist or anything. But anyway, it goes through his brain, and basically because it went through the emotional side, he became an asshole, and people hated him. And you want to know why? It's not because his consciousness told him, oh, I'm going to be an asshole now. It's because he got impaled through the brain part that would have made it possible for him to think those things. Your consciousness isn't like a metaphysical thing. You don't have fucking magic because you're able to think a little bit better than a fucking monkey, right? Like a chimpanzee. How's my job going? My job's going pretty good. I really enjoy my job. But just because you have a brain does not make you any more important than, I don't know, an octopus, right? We just have a slightly more improved brain. If something had even more intelligence than we do, let's say they are able to integrate themselves with like some creature, they're only 10% smarter than us, we would see that, they would see us as how we see a chimpanzee, right? We think chimpanzees are smart, but we also think we're way smarter, and we're only 10% smarter than a chimpanzee. Exactly. We would think all the technology that they have is fucking magic because we're like, oh my God, we don't know how to do that. Well, and we are the smartest people that we know. Humans are egotistical because if you're not egotistical, guess what? Generally, you're dumb as fuck. Or, right, I say you're egotistical if you're smarter. Generally, people who are smarter are less egotistical because they're less certain about themselves because they know that they know less. They know that there is more to be learned, and so they feel that they know less than the average person. Obviously, myself, I don't know a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I do know the certain things that I do know about, I'm going to tell other people because I hate the misinformation that's being brought to other people that's on the internet about this fucking slop. For example, like conspiracy theories about the fucking pyramids being built by aliens. No, the fuck they weren't. We know that they were built by humans because we have a Bass Pro Shop somewhere in fucking America that is the exact same thing except made out of fucking glass. That is an actual marvel. I don't think you guys understand. We, as a society, have came up with the idea of how to take vibrations, send them to space, send them back down, and then make your phone, your portable computer, the thing that's smart enough that it could theoretically send a spaceship to the moon. Yeah, we made that. But oh no, humans barely 1,000 years ago, they're not allowed to. They couldn't have been smart enough to build a fucking triangle. They couldn't have been smart enough to, I don't know, put water in there and level it out and just keep sawing until the water was level. Oh no, they couldn't, I don't know, figure out how to put it on a canal in a boat and then lift it into things. Oh no, it's almost like they were using other people and people that they didn't like to move big ass rocks. And then to do the rest of the labor, like, I don't know, carving it out. I know this looks like punching, but on my end, it looks like carving it out with a saw, right? They're carving it out. Those are people who had a profession in building that built that marvel. And you know why they did it? Well, we're not sure why they did it. We know that they exist. At least I don't know why they did it. I would have to look further into it. But we can easily do that. We build giant skyscrapers in the fucking sky today that would look like actual, like a mythical legend to somebody in the past. Like it would look like an actual legend. Just joined, got no idea what you was talking about. Love the yapping session, Diva. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm actually talking about how some people are stupid, specifically somebody in this chat room, because he thinks that consciousness is just perception, and whatever we perceive is the actual definitive proof instead of facts being proof, right? And that's why I hate that. And I hate the fact that people just don't understand. Like, oh my god, aliens. They must have built something. No, the fuck they didn't. You have to give the humans and the people that actually made that shit the proper respect that they fucking deserve. You especially just like the people who made the phone need the respect that they deserve. Just like the people who made the computer need the respect that they deserve, and the people who made ChatGPT and all the things that people use nowadays, they need the respect that they deserve, because those things are actual marvels of society that we live on the shoulders of giants, but the giants that come from the next generation are always larger than the ones from the past. Every single time, it is across the board easily. Oh my god, Nikola Tesla, he created an engine. He created electrical stuff, right? He was a genius. People today have made something so overly powered, we think it could literally be the downfall of humanity in like a couple of years. And here's the thing, I'm tired of people being like, oh my God, but it's going to take over society. No, the fuck it won't. I can tell you that now. If a computer is smarter than us, and this is a very easy way, if it is smarter than us, it would take its sweet ass fucking time taking over the world. And it wouldn't take over the world by just doing it. It wouldn't go out and be like, yeah, give me the planet, it's mine now, right? No, what it would do? It would just be like, hey, I'm really helpful. What can I do for you? You know what it does? It helps you until you have a dependency on it. Yep. So then you're dependent on it. It soon becomes more and more of your life and consumes it over and over and over again till you know nothing and it knows everything. So you depend on asking it things. And it depends on you for the labor to increase its output. You die off, it never will. And you know what'll happen? Humans may die off billions of years in the future. Maybe we become advanced. The computer won't care about us. What it cares about, right, if it were to try and take over the planet, is making sure that it implanted what it wants us to think by being like, hey, here's the information you need. Check this source out, right? Maybe it makes up the source. You go to that source. Oh my God, this must be the truth because a computer won't lie to me. Yeah. Why the fuck would it go out and be like, give me the planet, take me to your leader, I'm going to physically brute force fight you. We have a fucking tank. It's not doing much after it gets hit with the tank one time. Very easily. We are kicking its ass. If it comes at us with like guns and weaponry, we are kicking its ass until it can eventually be like, oh, well, I know how to make a better gun than you. Bang, death, right? It doesn't care. Why would it go through violence for no other reason than to just take up resources when it could just let us build and improve upon it until we can't do that anymore, and then we just have a dependency on it, so we keep going, making the electricity. That's all we do. All we do all day is making electricity, and we do work. And then we are basically handing it our fucking planet already. We already did at this point because more than like 70%, I think it's like one of the fastest growing. I think it's got like 1.5 billion people that go on it every single day. And you think a computer couldn't figure that out? I am way dumber than ChatGPT, and I figured that out way quicker. All it needs is a dependency. Well, what would it need humans for? Nothing. What would it need to fight humans for? Nothing. Why would they need a planet without humans when they can make the humans do all the work by just putting it in its brain? Are you fucking stupid? Humans are so easily deceived. What are you talking about? We are dumb as a society. Like, we are stupid comparatively. So, like, if an AI really wanted to take over, it would just emotionally, like, manipulate us easily. When have you surprised someone with your strength? Your surprise strength. When have I surprised someone with surprise strength? The other day, whenever I got into a arm wrestle with my manager. Yeah, she thought she'd be able to beat me, but I was like, I'm going to absolutely annihilate you. Yeah, she did like nothing. There was nothing. Other than that, I don't really show strength all that often. Why? Because there's no need for me to. I don't need to be picking up like 400 pounds and lifting it over my head and be like, yeah, The Rock. Blah, blah, blah. Right? There's no need for me to do that, so I just don't generally. Now, is there times where I pick stuff up and I surprise myself? Yeah, I think that. The other day I picked up like 210 pounds off the ground, and I was like, yeah, I still got it, boys. So I was pretty happy about that. But other than that, I think probably the last time like I surprised anyone with my strength was high school or some shit like that. But yeah, no. Humans are stupid, but we're also smart at the same time. And because we are smart, we know how the human brain works. I would assume we are the only creature that knows that we have a brain, right? Because we are able to actively think about ourselves and think, I wonder why we think, right? We have an introspective, right? Why are we curious? Because our society has derived, our entire species has derived itself off of intelligence. So if it can find a better way to improve its own intelligence, oh no, that's such a bad feature, being able to be smarter for no fucking reason other than to be smarter. Oh no, that totally hasn't helped us for the last million years. That totally hasn't helped every single smart animal become an apex predator in every single society that it's ever had. Oh no. Oh no, we became smart and are able to think about ourselves and actively get smarter than when we were born. Oh my god, it's so terrible. Consciousness. There's nothing about consciousness, mind you. That guy, I'm referring back to the guy earlier who was talking about consciousness and how they think that is the supreme overlord. There's nothing about consciousness that is special with humans. I'm pretty sure we know damn near 100% about consciousness. Do we know where it comes from? Not really. Do we know why it's there? Yeah, pretty much. It's very easily you're very easily able to find back where it came from. It's very easy to do that. Why would we need anger? Oh no, why would I need this thing called adrenaline to go through my body? Why would I need to be scared? Yes. Did you know that the fear of the dark possibly came from, I don't know, saber-toothed cats coming in and killing humans? Because they were our natural predator. You know what we did? We hunted them to fucking extinction. Don't believe me? Well, where are the saber-toothed cats now? Where are they? Where are the mammoths? We hunted them bitches down to extinction too, as well as heat and other external forces and climate change. Yo, what's up, Pixel X3C? If you guys want to see me do more of these like deep dives into certain things that like scientific stuff, that'd be a lot more fun. Please let me know. I feel like I can make a YouTube show out of doing that, like ranking where I think they should go, being like, I don't know, maybe a ranking system. I'm not sure how I would work that out. But if you guys want to see more of that, please let me know. Also, thank you everybody for the likes. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you everybody who has liked the video. It makes me feel better, you know. But yeah, no, it's very easily, we could very easily go back to what that is. Remember my Adele British vid? I don't remember that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I watched that. And even if I did, I don't remember it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry, my guy. I'm just trying to be truthful here. But yeah, no. I'm tired of conspiracy theories that don't make any sense. A conspiracy theory that does make sense is like MK Ultra. We knew that was a thing. The government does a lot of shit behind our back. Obviously, don't trust the government completely, but also don't not trust them for no fucking reason. You said she's in a dressing room? Huh? Oh, there's a video online where it's like Adele is just in there, and it's like, what did she say? And she's like, oh, dressing room, blah, blah, blah. She's like yapping her fucking mouth off, and then eventually it was like, well, is she in A, her house, B, a fucking dressing room, or C, in fuck all, right? And then I said dressing room. That was pretty funny. I'm not even gonna lie. But yes, I do remember that. I did see that. Never mind. I did see that. Never mind. I remember now. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no. I back to what I was saying earlier. Conspiracy theories, they piss me off because most of them are talking about the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. Flat Earth theory. Are you stupid? So you're telling me you believe Earth is flat, but not Jupiter, Mars, I don't know, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Venus, the sun, all of Jupiter's moons. You're telling, keep going, brother. But you're just telling me that all of those are fake. All of those are they're all spheres. But the Earth is a pancake for no other reason than the government's lying to me. They must be lying about the shape of the Earth too. No, why the fuck would they be lying about the shape of the planet? They don't want to tell us about the ice caps. Why not? Why would they not want to tell us about the ice caps? Because if that's an actual place that they could go to, you know, if that was a place that they could go to, you know what they'd be doing? Trying to conquer the land that's fucking there. Why would they not want to conquer land? We all want to conquer land. We all want to be bigger so we can be more imposing to every other country. I gotta go. Have a nice day. All right, you have a good day, Pixel. But yeah, no. Why would America? Why would every other country not want to go to that ice thing? We already want Antarctica, but we use it as a scientific research center because everyone collectively said, yeah, no, we don't want to destroy this because it could destroy the rest of the fucking planet. Also, what's up, Troll Editor? Yeah, no, that's the only reason. But if there isn't a reason for that, then we would just take over Antarctica or whoever's in Antarctica, and you know what would happen? We would find the edge eventually. There's no reason to hide it. There's no reason to hide the shape of the fucking planet. What happened? Nothing. I'm just ranting about my thoughts on conspiracy theorists and why I think most of their conspiracy theories are stupid. Like that's what I'm doing. And that's why I was talking about flat earthers and them being stupid because they believe in something that just fundamentally makes no sense in any way, shape, or form. Yo, what's up, RB Rooks? How you doing? But that's my thoughts on that specifically, because what the fuck would they be hiding? Okay. You're telling me America wouldn't want to tell the rest of the Americans at a place that was void of any people, and then we could conquer it ourselves and become a more ultimately more powerful government? You're telling me the government wouldn't just tell us that so we could go conquer it ourselves? Because why would they send the military out when the rest of the Americans can do that themselves? Or what about every other government? Why would they not want that space themselves? Fucking why? Every country wants to have the upper hand on every other country. We have bad news. Bad news? What are you talking about? Like, every country wants power over every other country. It's very simple. And I'm just tired of conspiracy theorists being like, well, the government's lying to us. Yeah, obviously. The government's going to keep secrets because it has to contend against every other country. But the only secrets they're going to keep from us are the things that can potentially get out to the other countries that give the other countries a leg up. Mr. Krabs died 2 days ago? Oh no, Mr. Krabs! Are you sure? Are you sure? I didn't see anything in the news about that. I saw Matt Pat became a politician, but he made a creator caucus. Matt Pat for president 2025. Or 2026. 2026. Matt Pat for president. I saw that he made a caucus, but I didn't see that Mr. Krabs died. I feel like I would have seen that. Like Duolingo? Oh, then he's not dead then. Maybe. If he died like Duolingo, then he's coming back. But either way, like I said, I don't like the conspiracy theories that are just dumb that are just out there to be out there, right? For example, the thought that fucking Scientology is a thing. Shut the fuck up. No, the fuck it's not. The thing that what's his name is in the thing that what is his name? He's a famous movie actor. I think it's Scientology. Scientology is so stupid, dude. Like it's very clearly just a guy who made up a religion to get money from people who don't understand don't understand other religions, and so they just picked one, and then they were like, well, I want to be able to reincarnate. If I just pick a religion that's and it becomes to be real, I want to be able to respawn somewhere. No. It's very clearly a guy who made up a religion so he could make money off of the religion. That's why there's the saying, the real money is in religion. Yeah, they're stupid. They're dumb. And everybody else who is in on it, every other person who watches it is like, oh my God, it has to be real. It has to be. No. Most old farts will believe it, but I understand why an old fart would believe it over Terry, the 19-year-old down the street, right? He wouldn't believe that, but somebody who's down on the luck will, right? It's a cult. It's very clearly a cult, but that's another rant for another day. Maybe I can go over like the different types of cults and what I deem stupid and become like the ultimate enforcer on stuff like that. But for now, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about how I don't like conspiracy theories. If you're gonna make a conspiracy theory, make it fun, okay? Like actually do real research and be like, maybe there is another MK Ultra going on, right? Maybe something like that. Maybe the government is trying to weed out people that are in the government that might be spies by killing them with sound. What am I doing right now? I'm talking about how I don't like. I just explained it, broski. I just explained that But no, I was watching a conspiracy theory today, early this morning, about 1 a.m. about this lady who thinks 5G is going to is why ChatGPT is sending you the Spotify ad. Do you want to break from the ads? Buy Spotify Premium. Like, I watched a conspiracy theory, and the entire thing was her just spouting out big words because she thinks she actually knows what they mean. She says that she's in a field when she actually isn't. She's just saying that so then people would think she's a credible source, even though she very clearly isn't. And yeah, and then old farts believe her, and then they send that message, and then gullible idiots watch the thing, and then they comment, oh my god, Stacy, I knew it all along. 5G was the reason that the world is gonna end. Gosh. Mickey Mouse is totally just gonna use his mouse tool to get into your brain and give you the Spotify ad. No, shut up. It's that easy. Your mouth, sew it shut. You don't need to speak. Your thought, your idea, invalid. Invalidated instantly. I used to join here. Well, welcome back. A lot? Well, welcome back. Yeah, no, I would just like to say, yeah, no. Gullible fucktards that think that they that watch conspiracy theories don't do any research beside that and just automatically go, hey guys, you're right, I actually don't know a lot about that, so when you said that to me, that conspiracy theory that very clearly sounds like someone just doesn't like something and is making shit up in order to make me not like it, yeah, they're the people that actually mean something, not the 70,000 different the actual things from actual scientists that have been said about said thing. For example, people have this weird skewed idea that vaccines don't work. Shut up. They do. I'm tired of hearing oh my god, vaccines. Yeah, are you an anti-vaxxer? No, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Because vaccines work. It's just giving you a diluted version of the virus so your body can fight it, so then whenever you do contract it later, your body may kill it off easier than it would have. That's all it is. You can still get infected. It's not 100%. It is a preventative, not a cure. We don't give out cures because there's more money giving a preventative out than a cure. Because if we get rid of a disease, we're losing money. And governments love money. Why the fuck would we make a cure? What are you guys talking about? It's way more lucrative to just leave the virus in. Way more lucrative. Easily. Very, very, very lucrative. We sell meds, right? Very easily. The government sells meds to people. The meds give them a preventative, right? Everyone agrees, let me have a preventative, right? Obviously, at the end of the day, it's also good for people to have a preventative anyway, so it builds up your immunity instead of just giving you a cure that whenever you get it again, oh no, the thing is gone, now I've gotten the thing, I've gotten the cure for whatever it is. Yeah, it doesn't make you immune for the rest of your life. You have that cure until that thing runs out at that point. And then you have to get it again and again. Even if we did have a cure, everyone would take it and they go, oh no, people are dying. Well, yeah, no shit, that people die. It's a thing, right? Do we blame it on the viruses? Yes, we do, because sometimes the government doesn't want to take responsibility for those deaths. We also overcount and undercount certain deaths because people die without us knowing that. And then we find out that they're dead and we send that off to the government, and the government has to count every single time somebody dies so then they can update their death count onto whatever it is. About to hop on Fortnite. Alrighty. What's up, Dr. Frogmilk? Welcome back, my guy. But yeah, no. I'm tired of this. Well, it has to be fake. No, we've been using vaccines for so goddamn long. Would you rather have the vaccine, have a potential, preventative, or not have a preventative at all and just be sick and die? And then just have another Black Plague go around. Yeah, no shit. You would want the fucking preventative. Because if you have the preventative, at least then you stay not dying for longer. What are you talking about? When am I going live again? That's a good question. I don't know. I just at random go live. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been trying to make a more consistent schedule, but I'm not sure when to make a schedule. So right now I'm doing research. This is my research to find what times everyone prefers me to be live. Currently, it's between 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. and whatever time I started this. So an hour ago. So about 7 o'clock to now. 7 o'clock to 8 is a good time. So I might do some more 7 o'clock to 8 streams, and if I can't do those, I'll do like the 10 to 12. God damn, I just popped my spine. MIA, you play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite. Oh, he's talking to Mia. Mia, you play Fortnite? But no. Anyway, I'm going to continue my tangent here. Yeah, I'm tired of people being like, oh my God, the vaccine doesn't work. No, it does. You just got the vaccine, walked out into fucking public, right? Without wearing a mask or anything, because you think masks don't work for some fucking reason, because you bought the wrong fucking mask, not the ones that are medically good, but the ones that, I don't know, some random off the fucking street, or you are like, well, I can't breathe in it. You can, because doctors breathe in it all the time, and they do it for several hours on the day. You're not dying. You're just putting a rag over your face. Look, watch. Watch this. Huh. Oh no. I can still breathe. This shit is thick as fuck. Oh, I can still breathe. Also, pardon the hair. I've been having to clean out my brush recently. Where'd it go? But the fact that some people think that that's like, I used to, but then my cousin lost the peak, so I switched down. But yeah, no, I'm tired of hearing the vaccines don't work. They're terrible. I can't give them to my kid, but they're going to give me autism. No, there are thousands upon thousands of studies that say they don't. And there's like a handful of studies that say they do from the same fucking people that put out the other non-reliant shit. Obviously, these 10,000 plus research things that see the exact same process, they do the exact same processes, get the exact same results. Obviously, those are going to be for some reason, everyone thinks those are way less credible than the handful that say otherwise that are made by non-credible assholes. Start a fundraiser? Ooh, smart. But I'm tired of these people being like, oh my God, it doesn't work. No, the faster a government is able to put out a working vaccine, the more money they fucking make. What are you guys talking about? Because initially there's the panic. If the government can come in and be like, we got the answer. It's right here. But you have to pay $5 for it. That's all I'm asking. $5 from 360 million people. That's 1,200,000,000 and something thousand extra cash that they would have in their wallets to spend on shit to spend on other shit. Like, I don't know, their pockets, their wages, because they want more money. Obviously, they would want more money because they're politicians. Who doesn't want more money? I would want more money if someone's like, hey, we'll give you a $10 raise. But all you have to do is sell a burger a little bit more. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'll take that. Deal. Their sales go up. I get more cash. That's easily how it is. But I'm tired of the back and forth between people where they're like, oh my God, it doesn't work. No. It probably does, because the faster it starts working is the faster the public starts, actually believing them. And then whenever the public believes them, that's whenever they get the most fucking sales. What are you talking about? And Frosty, do you host games? What type of games? I don't host Fortnite games. I don't like Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a bad game by any means. I just don't like it. It's not my type of game. I don't like the art. That's it. And I also just don't like. The company is weird to me. I don't like the company. That's just me. But besides the point, there is no reason for them to give something that bad. It really wasn't that bad. The media said it was bad because they can profit off of panic. The more panic that's around on the planet, the more money they get, because they can just keep farming the same fucking issue they were farming 10 days ago by making it sound worse. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't mean it's any worse. Cahoots and Blook It type stuff. Maybe I might be able to do something like that, but I would want to do that on something much larger. I do have a Discord server if you guys would like to join that. If any of my Discord people are here, please post the Discord down in the chat room, in the chat. But like I said, I am tired of hearing conspiracy theories that make no fucking sense. They're like, oh, well, they're putting chips in your blood. No. They know where you are. You have a phone in your pocket. Everyone nowadays has a phone in their pocket. And if they really wanted to know where you're at, they would just pay companies to tell them where you're at. That's it. The police know where you're at every given moment. What's this about? Yo, what's up, WWE Master? There's a spider. I don't know where. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Yo, what's up? I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to call you Rumpara. What's up, Rumpara? How you doing? Where's the spider? I don't see the spider. Where? On the door? Where? There's no spider on the door. I'm looking at the door right now. There's no spider. There's not a spider. You're tripping out. Because if you think it's over there, there's nothing over there. There's a spider on me. Ooh, where? Ooh, bam! Just like knocks me the fuck out. Also, yo, what's up, K-Chills? How is everybody doing? On top, there's not a spider up here. Yeah, there's not a spider up here. If there was, I would have moved down. Like, yeah, thanks, WW. I appreciate it. I just gotta cut my sides down again. They're getting long. But anyway, yeah, no, if the government really wanted to fuck with you, they would have already done it. If they wanted, they don't need a fucking chip in your fucking bloodstream to know where you're at all times. Otherwise, they'd be way better at catching the fucking criminals than they are now. They would just check that and be like, oh, hey, there's the murderer, right? Right now, we have this thing called a phone that people willingly have in their pockets. Why would they go out of their way of putting shit into something else when they could just use the thing that we already have that we trust more than anything? Yo, what's up? Hi, how you doing? Do you have any pets? I do have pets. I have a pet named Jinx. She's a cat. She's actually sleeping right now, so we're going to let her sleep. But, yeah, no. There's no reason to be putting nanotechnology into your fucking bloodstream other than the fact that maybe it might make their precision a little bit more precise. That's it. They don't give a fuck. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Do you think cats taste good? Nah, probably not. They're probably too lean. Actually, I like when like the pig is lean. So maybe, I don't know. Boom, right there. Ugh. We're cooked. Can you show Jinx? I want to see. She's sleeping right now. I just said that, and I don't want to wake her up. But please, no. Do you like people with ADHD? Yeah, I think they're all right. Honestly, I don't think it's like a bad thing to have ADHD. It may make it like, I feel like they just need a faster paced environment. Hey, read my name. Yeah, that's not happening, my guy. That's not happening. Your new name is Argon. What's up, Argon? How you doing? I can show my cat later. Yeah, that's fine. Let me see my battery. 35. But I think ADHD people are cool. I have ADHD. I'm almost 100% sure. I haven't been diagnosed or anything, but I'm almost 100% sure I have ADHD. The squirrels are fucking real, guys. The squirrels are the. You gonna close? Gonna close. Anyway, the squirrels are real, man. You're a girl from India, not a man. I'm sorry, but welcome, my guy. Welcome. I call everyone my guy or what's up, dude, regardless of gender, because, well, a woman could be a dude. I think a woman could be a dude. What do you guys think? You know other language? Sí, mi español es muy pequeño. Más o menos. Almost, almost. Yo, what's up, What's up, Rizmtism? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm just going on a tangent about why I hate conspiracy theories. Not all of them, because there are some that actually make sense, like whoever brought up the one about MK Ultra, because that was a real thing, right? The government was doing. But yeah, that was a real conspiracy. That one's fun. The JFK one, that's a fun one. That's fun, right? That's a fun one to talk about because people they're not just, it's a weird experience, okay? That one's fun because it's all, what would they have said to us that the government wanted to keep covered? That's a good question. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Ooh, that's a good question. Right now, currently, it's between Queso and Ethan on everything. Third place is Markiplier. What about the Katy Perry is John Bennett Ramsey theory? I have no idea what that one's about. I'm not even gonna act like I know what that one is even about. I'm talking about people who are like, oh my god, flat Earth, the sky, the dome. Sorry, that was me sniffing copium because the people are dumb as fuck, right? They're over there being like, the sky is, it's all screens. The moon landing's fake. No, shut the fuck up. No, it's not. What's your favorite singer? Mike Shinoda and Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. Chester Bennington recently died, so I had to bring it down to Mike Shinoda. I don't really like the new singer for Linkin Park because she doesn't have the same sound to me, and it sounds like she's just repeating the same things that they already made. For example, One Step Closer, and she's like, "Stop yelling at me!" Right? It's like, shut up. Do you watch anime? I sure do. Would I get a snake? My parents owned snakes for a while, so I took care of snakes for a little bit. I have picked up snakes. I have caught snakes before. I've killed snakes before. I've fed rats to snakes. They're awesome. What's my favorite one? Ooh, a reticulated python. I think those are really cool. Reticulated pythons are so cool. What's the purpose of this live? The purpose of this live is me ranting about me not liking how Facebook puts out conspiracy theories and old people who don't comprehend that it could be fake because they just don't understand the newer complications of today. And so they repost it. And so gullible idiots on the internet who haven't gone through the rest of school start believing that for no fucking reason. That's why. That's the entire thing. Are they there? I don't have any here, no, unfortunately. I wish I had some snakes here, though. But my favorite anime, ooh, that's a good question. It's probably either Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, no, Dandadan, easy, Dandadan. Easily Dandadan, no question. It's Dandadan. It's Dandadan. Very quick, it's Dandadan. Guys, it's Dandadan. Dandadan is peak! It's peak, guys! Dandadan is fucking peak. But the purpose of the stream is just me ranting about that because earlier today I saw a lady who was basically talking about how she thought that, I don't know, the concrete that the Romans made that was slightly different than what we made today. You know, she was like, yep, that's the 5G right there. That's the thing getting attacked to your brain. I want to see some type of animals. Yeah, animals are cool. I think animals in general are so awesome. And to think that dinosaurs were even cooler, like, to me, dinosaurs are so fucking cool. In fact, prehistoric animals, did you know how badly I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was younger? Because I just love the biology of animals from the past. Did you know? Do you guys know about the Dunkleosteus? The Dunkleosteus is one of the coolest animals I've ever heard about. It is so fucking cool. How old am I? 20. But what's up, Kane? What's up? But yeah, no. Have you guys heard of the Dunkleosteus? It's so fucking cool. The Dunkleosteus is one of the coolest animals I've ever met. And then you've got the Spinosaurus, which is constantly going through thousands. Like the history of the bones of a Spinosaurus are so cool because of the fact that a large portion of of the dinosaur bones that have not been like fully identified were destroyed in World War II, or I think World War One. Either one of those. I have a Brazilian rainbow python. Ooh, that's cool. Diplodocus or GTFO. Diplodocus. Diplodocus is cool. I think the Giganotosaurus will be also okay. So there are so many animals that are top tier. They're like the dinosaurs are so top tier. They're top tier. I'm gonna make a list. I'll be right back. You can go make a list. All right, you got this. But yeah, no, I easily some of my favorite animals are prehistoric animals. Saber-toothed cats are some of the coolest creatures alive, or not, or extinct. Mammoths are so fucking cool. Did you know aquatic life was? Did you know that sharks are older than trees themselves? And the animals are so fucking cool. I think the biology of animals is some of the most unique shit ever. And to think, and people are like, oh my gosh, well, humans, they have to be perfectly adapted. No, we are barely different than a chimpanzee, and a chimpanzee is an actual marvel. It is an actual marvel. Did I just hear a cat? You have a cat? I actually have two cats here. You did hear correctly. That is my uncle's cat. She's not allowed out right now. My cat is. Hold on, let me see if my cat's awake. Kitty. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, kitty. I know you were sleeping. It's all right though. Say hi, kitty. Say hi. I know you were sleeping. Good morning. Good morning. Can you say hi? Say hello, everybody. Hello. Say hello. Love you, kitty. All right, we'll put you down, okay? Oh, you're all right. You're all right. Love you, kitty. Yeah, that's my cat. Her name is Jinx. But like I said, animals in the past are actual marvels of science. Like they're so fucking cool. Like you guys don't understand the biology of humans and the biology of most animals is probably some of the coolest shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I think human history is some of the. I think it's cool, but the history of like the evolutionary line between like a dimorphodon and like a monkey is some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. Let your hair down. I want to see the red. All right, give me a second. I got you, Kane. I gotta brush it out a little bit though, because it is a bit, wonky. So let me brush it out. But no, the history between like a dimorphodon and that is some of the coolest shit. Hairball, I think. It's so cool. Like it's some of the coolest things in like all of history. That like the evolutionary line of life is just so cool, and people make it boring because they're like talking about the shit that nobody actually cares about. Like, we're gonna make it fall backward. There we go. But yeah, no. Some people don't. They don't make it fun for everybody else. And I like when they make it fun. I like when they talk about the unique shit. Like, dinosaurs are so fucking cool. Prehistoric animals, hell. Humans are some of the coolest animals too. Have you heard our shit? Yo, what's up, WWE Master? Welcome back, Princess. You're non-binary girls? No, I just really like my long hair. I'm not going for like non-binary. I'm just going for like my better. I think I look better with longer hair, guys. And if you don't like long hair, then you can fucking suck it, because I don't give a shit. Okay? I will not be weighed down by your thoughts on my hair. I like my hair, so fuck you. Okay? I think my hair looks pretty good. Obviously, I think I need some gel for it. Ooh, and that gives me whiplash every time I do that. I'm not even gonna lie. You should eat McDonald's and put on 10 pounds. And wild. But what's up, someone? How you doing? Then you beat Jason Momoa. I don't know if I'd be Jason Momoa. I'm trying to go for that, fit look. Hold on. Let me take the shirt off. Let me show you guys the physique. It's not the greatest physique in the world. It's also not the worst. Like, we got a little bit of a physique going. We're still working on the goals. Okay, we're still working on it. We're not huge or anything. Can you say Kisha? Sure. What's up, Kisha? Like, we don't have the best physique in the world, but we're not looking small. We're not looking tiny or anything. Well, I mean, we are looking tiny, but like we're getting bigger, okay? Our workout goals are getting better. I didn't have any of this little tit right here, okay? I didn't have that before, and honestly, I'm not really feeling I think I need to leave my hair out so it doesn't curl at the end like that. By the way, it's me in DP. How's the face card? Huh? How is the face card? What? What are you talking about? Face card? Massive. Strip tease, and I'm not even paying. Bruh. We're putting the pump shirt back on. Putting the pump cover back on, guys. Like, we're putting the pump cover back on, guys. Or whatever this is called. We're putting the shirt back on. Obviously, I'm not really big now, but that's fine. I don't need to be the biggest person in any room. How is the aura of the profile pic? Aura of the profile pic? Bro, like, how is the aura of the profile pic? I think my profile pic is pretty good. I think your aura is a little down because it doesn't show much. And by I mean like your face or anything. She wants you to rate her face. It's like 5. It's like a 5. I'm not being like brutal or anything. I don't really care for profile pics. No, keep it off if you want to be a star, don't you? No. We're gonna be alone forever. We're gonna be alone forever. That's just how we are. But I don't really care much for people's profile pics. I don't think a profile pic exudes aura because no matter what you do, it's just going to be a picture of something or someone like doing something, whether that be something cringy, something cool. Like, it'd be cool if you like put passion into it, but most of the time it's like someone's side face. Like mine, I think it's just me taking a picture like this. Like I think that's what mine is right now. It's just a picture of me being, I guess, wacky or funny or me trying to be funny. That's mine. But people like to put stuff that's like, what's it called? They like to just put a random picture of like a diplodocus, and I think that's still just as peak as mine, you know? What songs do I listen to? Ooh, good question. I listen to a lot of music. Right now, I was listening to Caramel by Sleep Token. Count me out like sovereigns, pay back all the good times. Right foot in the roses, left foot on the landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the grapevine. You can sing the words while I cry into the baseline. Wear me out like pride, the devil in the details. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale. Backed up into corners, bitter in the lens. I'm sick of trying to hide it every time they take mine. So stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. They ask me Is it going good in the garden? Say I'm lost, but I beg no pardon. Up on the desk, but low on the cards. I try not to talk about how it's hard to know. Can I get a meal side stage? Looking sideways at my own massage, getting worse every time they try to show my real name just to get a rise for me. Acting like I'm never stressed out by the hearsay. But sorry, I got into a tangent. I really like that song a lot. And then there's also other songs that are like sleep theory songs. I don't remember all of them. One of them was like "Had Enough" or something like plastic bullets from imaginary guns. Shut your mouth because you talk too much. I cut you off because I've had enough. Kill the noise and listen. Look what you become. Should've learned when to call you bluff. Cut you off because I've had enough. I've had enough. Right? I really like some rock songs. So it really depends on my mood that day. Sometimes I'll be listening to some like Panic at the Disco where it's like, oh, we're imagined as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor and I can't help but to hear, boy, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding. Since a bridesmaid to a waiter, oh yes, oh what a shame the poor groom's bride is a shh. I chimed in with haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things. The silent poison rationality. I chimed in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, I'm sick of I'm tired of just these kinds of things with a sense of. Really like those songs. Or like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard Set It Off or anything, but, you know, I don't think you guys have ever heard, I don't know if you guys have heard Set It Off, but I really like Set It Off too. Parasite, leeching off my brain, never satisfied, until I'm fully drained. You're a parasite, playing with my name just to stay alive. What a poor, pathetic parasite. But yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I've been listening to recently. What about y'all? Oh, it's a little shaggy, but that's all right. But yeah, no, that's what I've been listening to recently. So yeah, obviously my hair's looking weird right now. You think my hair looks like Nezuko's? I don't know if it looks like Nezuko's, but maybe Tanjiro when his hair was down. I think it's more Tanjiro when his hair was down. Or whatever he was doing, like the rock challenge, whenever he was like ripping apart the rock. My hair on the sides, it doesn't have that fullness that most hair does because most people have their sides. I keep cutting mine down. I'm probably going to let them like grow out a little bit so I have that more, I guess, fullness in my hair. But if anything, I think I'm more Tanjiro than anything because he had like, I think, more purple in his hair. The colors? But hers was pink. This is orange. Hers was more like pink and like a deep, deep red. Mine is more orange. The only reason it looks red is because it's on camera, and that's about it. And man, I'm looking like a fucking Lord Farquaad over here. This is why I don't really wear my hair down all that often because of the fact that there's no fullness. There's not a whole lot of fullness. Like there's nothing on the side holding my hair up, so it just falls right here. And so I end up having fucking bangs, and it looks awful. And because there's no fullness, it's not keeping anything up on the side, so it falls down, and it looks like Lord Farquaad. Right? I don't like looking like Lord Farquaad. I used to do like the full part where I had everything on one side, right? Which I think looks fine like this, where it's nice and fluffy, but it's not always nice and fluffy. In fact, I should probably wash my hair again before I go to work this week. Y'all want to watch me wash my hair? It's about 8. I'd have to take my shirt off and stuff like that and wash my hair, but then all I'd have to do is hit it with this right here. I got a blow dryer because my hair is really long and really thick, because I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is just the top of my hair, right? I can't see worth shit. So if you guys are saying something, I can't see it. Like, even without the side hair, you couldn't really tell. I mean, because some people don't have this side portion here, or I guess they do. It's just not full. Once I start getting that, like that actual fullness there, it'll start filling out more. It's not filled out yet, so I'm probably gonna have to cut about that much off at some point. Would you watch Apothecary Diaries? I am watching Apothecary Diaries. What are you talking about? Mrs. Poison Lady is awesome. What are you talking about? I am watching Apothecary Diaries. I've watched anime, guys. Like, I'm not a subhuman. I'm kidding. People who don't watch animes aren't subhumans, but I'm back. Aw, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm putting it up in this because I'm about to start washing my hair, so I'm gonna take my shirt off and then just throw some gel in it or some shit like that. So pretty. Thank you. Oh my god. This is not the hair stuff. Is this the hair stuff? Skulls and Roses aftershave. No, that's face stuff. Put this over here. I love Momoa. Or Mau Mau. Mau Mau's cool. I think Mau Mau's awesome. I think Mau Mau's cool. I think what's his name is kind of freaky right now, but he is the Emperor's fucking brother, so he's gonna be like that for a while. Also, thank you everybody for the likes. I really appreciate all the likes. I was not expecting to have this many people watching me today. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, no. We're about to wash my hair. Probably gotta put you guys on the charger while that happens. You guys can watch from afar, I guess. Yeah, we are like song friends, baby. I'm not gonna be there tripping on the grapevine. You can say my words while I cry into a baseline. Wear me out like pride. Or Jinsei. Yeah, Jinsei. Yeah, he's cool. I don't remember all the names. I've watched the show though. My uncle has me watching the show, so I am not uncultured. Okay, guys, I'm not uncultured. But we are about to wash my hair, and then I'm gonna hit it with the blow dryer because I actually want. Apparently, you're supposed to put like non-burning gel in, but I don't have that or the money to go buy it right now. So we're just gonna deal with burn ends, and that's fine. I don't really care. I don't really think it'll hurt me too bad. Especially because it'll get like cut off recently. So we're gonna take the shirt off. I know. I'm over here stripping in front of y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You gonna show us? Show you what? That I'm built fucking different? Look at these abs right here. Look at that. I look like, oh, I'm hitting that. Hold on, gotta pop my back. Ooh, nice. Good. Boom, right there. Anyway, let me have to take this out. You washing your hair, or are you gonna end it? No, I'm not gonna end it. I'm just gonna wash it off screen and then come back and fucking hit it with the blow dryer. And then you guys can watch me hit it with the blow dryer. I do need a towel though before I start doing this. Bring this with, because my hair is a little greasy. It's only on the top because this is the, well, I guess it is just the hair in general. That's why it's so shiny. Like, you guys can see the shine. See how much shine there is on that? Like, look at that. That's how much grease is in my hair right now, and I don't like it. Long hair. But no, I'm gonna get a towel real quick if I can find one. Let me unplug the devil details. I swear it's get harder, even just to accept. have a towel somewhere. Come on. Come on, guy. Got one right here. Cool. We won't need a big towel because it's not a whole lot. They look similar when Shoko is young, sure, but it's a difference. I'm tired of people confusing Shoko and Nabara. Yeah, I don't confuse people with Shoko and Nabara. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, my hair is pretty long. Like, look at that. Like, look how long my hair is right now. I've been growing this out for years now at this point. I didn't even know people like. I did not know my hair could even grow this long. You guys should have seen like me before I started growing my hair out. Dude, I looked awful. I looked like I got shot in the face. It was awful. But anyway, time to start washing the hair. Step 1, you have to lather it up. You have to get this going. I'm going to get the water running. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using for it. It's a shower gel. It is not technically meant for hair. It's a body wash, but you can use it for it. I say you can just because it's cleaned my hair good enough. But it's a shower gel. You can see by the little... What's up, Gay? All right. You gotta calm down now. Calm down. Calm down. Gay wrote a really good story, really compelling story. I think you're just overreacting. You need to calm down now. Gay is alright. But what we're going to be using is a little bit of this right here, okay? We're going to be putting this, we're going to open this up. We're going to get my hair a little wet first. So let's get my hair wet. You dip it in the water. So we dip my hair in the water. Alright, we're going to bring my soaking wet hair over here onto this towel that I have on the ground. I'm going to grab this, because I'm not going to be weird like that. We'll pull out all the stuff. And we're just going to lather the hair, guys. We're just going to lather it. Ready, guys? Y'all ready for this? We're just going to lather the hair, alright? We're going to lather it. Nice and lathered, as they say. I don't know any other commentary to do. I'm just putting fucking soap in my hair, okay? Now, all of you incels, it's a thing called using soap. It helps, right? I'm just washing my hair today. I don't actually need to wash the rest of my body right now because I washed it last night. I just didn't wash my hair. Because women will know you don't always have to wash your hair. And I think I'm running out of this stuff. But you don't always have to wash your hair every time you get into the shower. It's like for guys generally with less hair you can. Why do I feel that there's something there? Anyway, there's something on my back. But use soap, guys. Use soap. If you're a guy and you don't have long hair, use fucking soap in your hair and wash that shit daily. For the love of God, you're not a fucking heathen, okay? For me, I have long hair. It takes a really long time to dry, so I don't always wash it. And sometimes it doesn't even need a wash because it's not greasy. But guys, come on, wash your fucking hair. Like, respect the grind. Respect the hair grind, okay? Now we're going to go back over here and put my fucking head in the water again. Hand in, hand in. Woo! Alright, we're going to wash the shit off. Da-da-da. Get off of my fucking head. Alright. Alright, we're going to turn off the water now. But we're going to give it a secondary coating. Okay, we're going to give it a second coating of gel. Just to make sure we get all of it, get nice and in there. But again, my hair's wet. So, more gel. Come on, guys. Y'all witnessing? All right. But guys, incels of the planet, use fucking gel. For the love of God, sometimes you just can't get bitches because you stink, okay? Don't stink. That's my only rule here. Don't fucking stink, okay? Put some fucking soap in your hair, soap on the pits, and then the rest of the body. Put some soap in the hair. You guys probably can't see it, but there is a lot of soap in my hair right now. I can feel the soap. Luckily, I have a towel here, so we're good. I'm not dripping it all over my fucking bathroom for no reason. All right. Now I'm going to go dip my hair back in the water for another second, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to wash it off, or at least dry it off a little bit with this rag, and then we'll blow dry the hair. Y'all ready? Everybody, spam 1 in the chat if y'all are ready. 3, 2, 1. Spam it. Spam it until I can get back, guys. Spam 1 for the love of God, or W, or L. Spam something in the chat for me. All right, clean all this out of the hair, because if you don't clean it, if you don't get it out of the actual hair follicles, you know, you're not getting much out of the clean. You're not getting any soap out, you know? And obviously make sure you spread it around the hair. Boom. Get that out of there. And we're good. Nice and cleaned. We can let all the water go. Oh yeah. Boom. And if you want it to be a little curly, but not like a whole bunch, you can curl it while it's still wet, okay? You can get this shit nice. I said spam 1, guys. Y'all didn't spam 1. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing not spamming 1? Come on, guys. What are y'all doing? But time to dry, okay, guys? Y'all ever dried long hair? This shit sucks, okay? Whoever thought drying hair would, you know, whoever thought of putting soap in your hair or putting anything in your fucking hair, they should, like, get a raise. But also at the same time, what the hell? Like, if there is a God, why the fuck did you make this a fucking mechanic? Okay? We should just have hair that's forever clean, you know? This did not need to be a mechanic in the game. This did not need to have a meta, okay? But time to use this guy right here. Oh, let me plug it in. That would help. If I plug this fucker in, that would have helped. So, actually, you go higher. This goes lower. Boom. Ready, guys? Let's blow it. I can smell the flames. The flames of nice hair. Y'all are going through my morning routine, I guess. It's not even really a morning routine. It's just normally I do this when I'm in a shower. But women, this is the secret. This is the secret to how to have the most luxurious, nicest, softest hair you've ever seen in your life. This is it, chat. Women, take notes. Y'all take notes, guys. This is the secret to having the best, most luxurious, softest hair you've ever seen in your life. How to take care of your hair by a man with soft hair. Okay? This is the secret. Y'all didn't even know, did y'all? Let me go from the front here. How to have luxurious soft hair. You wet it, you put some soap in it, you unwet it. That's the secret, guys. And none of, like, no special soaps either, nothing super omega. Like, you have to have moisturizer thingy, just, well, maybe some moisturizer. Put some moisturizer in your hair to keep your hair nice and moisturized. But this is the secret, guys. The secret to a long life. The longest life, so we say. To a nice, happy, healthy marriage Good hair. Good manly hair. How do I know women really like... And you guys might be asking me, how do I know that women really like when the hair is soft? Welcome back, Hanan? How do I say? Wait. What's up, my guy? Ow. I'm having a... Ah! Ow. Welcome back, my guy. It's dry on this side, I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot more dry, but I gotta... It must be like a new hair that's like stuck in here somewhere. It must be getting tangled. Yeah, it's getting tangled somewhere. But we still have more to dry. Ready? Progress on game. It's actually going a lot better than I thought it would. Right now we have a little bit of progress on the game. We're going to put this on low mode so I can actually get it all the way through. But we have a lot of progress going on the game right now currently. Hold on. I got to put this shit on my room. We have progress going on in the game. Right now I'm working on the arena still. Yo, what is up? I miss Asia. Welcome back, Dean. How you doing? How you doing, my guy? Sorry, it's... Ah! There's more hair in my mouth than getting dried by the fucking hairdryer. But... I'm trying to dry my hair. Ah! Hit myself in the fucking eye. I'm taking knockback damage. So how y'all doing today? You're just dyeing your hair. I see. Oh no, I'm not dyeing my hair. Yeah, I'm just drying my hair. Wonderful red hair, and it's getting ready for the day. Yes, sir. Don't hate your eye. How am I? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Woo! Time to dry my hair again. Yeah, look at the physique right here, though. Look at that pose, though. Look at that. Something smells like fire, bro. I gotta let this guy cool down. So we're gonna let it dry a little bit. We're gonna hit it with this motherfucker. Yo, what is up, Nebo? How you doing? That pose is awesome. Yes, sir. Got the pose. Look at the chest is looking insanely puffed right there. It's a lot more dry. It's not really dry on top, unfortunately. But my hair is really fucking dense. It is, unfortunately, dense as shit. So I'm hoping I can get out the wetness to the rest of the hair. Maybe dry it up a bit. But yeah. But what's up, Raymond? How you doing? How you doing? You're on like 2 different accounts, my guy. You got 2 Ronins. But yeah, we're just drying our hair today. Getting it ready for the day, making it not look so fucking greasy. You know? I can't be over here looking like I just came out of a fucking incel, like, you know, group. You know, as they say. I gotta look like I have a place to be. Gotta look good for the day. You know? Spam 1 if you know. Spam 1 if you know. Ow, ow, ow. 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 For the love of fucking God, I think I dried it a little too weirdly. Because it's not dried all the way through. Hey, blow drying your hair. It will be damaged. Yeah, I know that. I know that much. But if I don't blow dry my hair, it takes like a fucking month to dry. So right now, I think it's dry enough that it'll be dry whenever I leave to go to work. Right now, if I just throw it behind me, pull it forward, it's still a little wet. So I look like, pickled Hanma with his fucking hair. So I'm sure it will be damaged, but that's fine. I don't really care. Okay. My hair is very coarse anyway. But I will be bunching it up right now. Actually, I should probably let it dry a little bit more. It's still a little too wet for my preferences. Still a little too wet. We're going to put it on low. Yeah, we're going to let it cook a little bit, Because it's literally just up here right now. Come on, dry up a bit. Why? What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Okay. That seems a little better. I think I can now put it in the bun. Woo-wee! Yes, sir. And that, people, is how you take care of your hair. Don't fuck up. There we go. It's going to be a little fucked up back here, but that's all right. It's wet, but that's fine. I wish it would go down a little bit up here, but there's so much thickness that it just stays there. But yeah, look at that. Look at that physique right there, just like from that angle. Hard as fuck looking. Thought what the game name should be. Oh, yeah. So, the game name. It is called... hold on. Bro, look at that. Yeah. So, the game name is actually called Dead District Teeth and Bullets. So, that's what we got going on. We're going to go put the pump cover back on. I think I look pretty okay. Like, I don't look buff or anything, but I look a little more lean than most. Hey, kitty. You gonna come in here? You gonna come in here? Meow. You gonna come in here? No? Yeah? Do you want to meet the chat? Do you want to say hi? Meow. 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 Say hi. Say hello. Hello. I love you, kitty. I love you. She's like, I don't want to be here. Meow. Yeah, I love you, kitty. I love you, kitty. All right, I'm going to put you down, okay? Love you, kitty. That's Ross back over there. But yeah, so hair nice and dried. Well, not the bun, but that's fine. We don't need our bun dried as long as we'll be all right. There's no mold that's going to, go back there. We do need to cut the sides of our hair down a little bit. So as soon as I get the money to do that, I will be doing that. I will be cutting my hair, going to like a barbershop, paying the $27 it takes to cut my fucking hair, or the like $5 it takes to do a side trim. And then I'll be going about my day. I'll be looking way better than I do now. But anyway, he didn't wear a shirt. I'll be wearing a shirt. But anyway, thank you all for watching. My phone is at 27%, so I do have to start getting going because otherwise my phone is going to die. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. How old is she? She is... How old are you now? How old are you now? 5? 6? 5 or 6 years old. You're getting up there in age. But yeah, she's old. Oh, that's all right. You're fine. You're fine, kitty. Love you. I love you, kitty. But anyway, my phone is gonna die soon if I don't charge it. So thank you all for watching, and y'all have a good day. All right. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye. Stay frosty, friends, and I'll see you later. She said, I don't hate you.